When it comes to Morrel, we've seen, spots of him, but I really, really know what he brings to the table, and that's why.
David Benavidez put on a dominant performance, showing the kind of relentless pressure that can break an opponent down over time. From the opening bell, he applied steady aggression, cutting off the ring and keeping David Morrel from finding any comfort zone. Many had expected a competitive matchup, but Benavidez made sure to leave no doubt about who the superior fighter was. And this is what everyone in the sport had already predicted. Benavidez fights with a well-calculated approach. He's not just a volume puncher, he places his shots well, targeting both the head and body while maintaining a pace that forces his opponents into survival mode. Morrel, known for his slick movement and counter-punching, struggled to find the space he needed to mount an effective offense. The few moments where he seemed to regain control were quickly shut down by Benavidez's relentless forward pressure and ability to cut off the ring.
To be honest, the reason why I took this fight, and I already had it planned that I was going to take it, but because Morrel has been talking a lot, he's been saying that I'm scared of him, this and that, and I think this is just a way of me proving that it doesn't matter who it is, I'm going to get him in the ring sooner or later.
His combination punching was sharp, and his ability to mix up power shots with precise jabs ensured that Morrel never found his rhythm. This wasn't just a showcase of Benavidez's physical abilities, it was a masterclass in psychological warfare inside the ring. Fighters like him don't just beat their opponents, they dismantle them mentally and physically. By the middle rounds, Morrel wasn't just losing the fight, he was being forced to fight in a way that wasn't natural to him. His usual confidence in his defensive skills and movement gave way to hesitation, and hesitation in a fight against someone like Benavidez is a death sentence.
Morrel has not had resistance. His fight with Hot Rod, that was a different kind of resistance. That was the resistance of somebody staying away from you, you know what I mean? And him not being able to catch up to him. With Benavidez can bang with him. He's just as fast.
Terence Crawford, currently preparing for his own challenge against Canelo Alvarez, acknowledged Benavidez's performance. That was a strong showing, Crawford said. He fought with urgency and control. The way he applied pressure was impressive. Morrel is a talented fighter, but Benavidez made him look uncomfortable. While Crawford didn't commit to any future plans involving Benavidez, he made it clear that his focus remains on Canelo. I'm on my own path right now. People doubt me moving up, but I've been proving them wrong before. If a fight with Benavidez makes sense down the road, then we'll see. Right now, my full attention is on making history against Canelo.
To this fight, but it's like the better be of Bivol fight. You can say who you think is going to win. You can't say like, oh man, I'm surprised that Bivol won, or I'm surprised that better be of won. You're like, man.
Mike Tyson, known for his straightforward analysis, described the fight in simple terms. Benavidez dominated that fight. Morrel had moments, but they didn't last. That kind of pressure can make a fighter hesitant, and that's what we saw. Fighters like Benavidez don't let up, and once they sense weakness, it's over. Tyson expanded on the mental impact of fighting someone like Benavidez. A fighter like him gets in your head. It's not just about throwing punches, it's about making the other guy second guess himself. That's what I saw there. Morrel started out confident, but after a few rounds, he didn't know what to do.
He's scared.
Caleb Plant, who previously faced Benavidez, wasn't surprised by what he saw. Now people understand what I was dealing with. Morrel's got skill, but Benavidez doesn't let you breathe. He forces you into tough positions and makes you pay. It's not just about power, it's about his ability to sustain that output for 12 rounds. Plant reflected on his own fight with Benavidez. I've been in there. I felt that pressure. It's different from anyone else at 168. The difference is, I was able to last, but not a lot of guys can. Morrel found that out tonight.
Defeat Benavidez because I've already seen what he's about, and it's all fake, so I'm gonna be ready with what I got to be able to go on top.
David, there's been
Canelo Alvarez also weighed in, offering a measured perspective. Morrel has talent, but experience matters. He wasn't ready for that level of pressure yet. Benavidez took advantage of his openings and controlled the fight. In fights like this, it's not just about having skills, it's about having the ability to execute under pressure, and Benavidez does that well. Canelo addressed the growing calls for a fight with Benavidez. People talk and I understand that, but I make my own decisions. If it happens, it happens. But for now, I'm focused on my own plans.
We already know Benavidez lost his belt on the scales. Now you asking him to go under 68. You're asking for an advantage. And I just hate that he didn't just say, nah, Turkey, offer him to fight at 68. Like 64 for Benavidez, David Benavidez, that's nasty.
There's been an undeniable tension between Canelo and Benavidez's camps for some time now. Many believe Canelo has been deliberately avoiding the fight, knowing that Benavidez's size, volume, and relentless style present a serious threat. Benavidez's father and trainer Jose Benavidez Sr. has been vocal in his criticism of Canelo's reluctance to take the fight, calling out the politics of boxing and accusing the Mexican superstar of cherry-picking opponents. They keep saying Canelo fights the best, but if that's true, then why is he dodging my son? We've been the #1 contender. He can't run forever. Teofimo Lopez emphasized Benavidez's strategic approach. That wasn't just about power, he was smart in there. He cut off the ring well, set up his shots, and didn't let Morrel dictate anything. It was a calculated dismantling, not just an overpowering performance. Lopez praised Benavidez's ability to read his opponent. A lot of guys just go in there swinging, but Benavidez was thinking the whole time. You could see it in how he placed his shots, how he made Morrel react to certain feints. That's high-level boxing. Gervonta Davis echoed similar thoughts. Benavidez doesn't just throw a lot, he makes it count. He kept Morrel under pressure the whole fight. A lot of guys throw volume, but Benavidez places his shots, and that makes him more dangerous. Davis noted how this style can break down an opponent. It's not just about landing punches, it's about how you land them and when you land them. Morrel was feeling every shot, and that's why he started slowing down. Errol Spence Jr. summed it up concisely. Benavidez isn't just winning fights, he's breaking down opponents. That kind of style is tough to deal with. Once he gets into a rhythm, it's hard to stop him. Spence expanded on the future implications of Benavidez's performance. Guys at 168 have to take notice. If you're not ready to deal with that pressure, you're not gonna last. That's what this fight showed.
You can be a really good fighter, both hands. You can be all-time great if you make this great. That's the hand, because that's gonna open up these other hands. But it's gonna make it easier. Anything you.
This win wasn't just another victory for Benavidez, it was a message to the rest of the division. With each fight, he continues to establish himself as a serious threat at 168 pounds. Whether it's a potential showdown with Canelo, a bout with Crawford down the line, or another high-profile matchup, one thing is certain, Benavidez is proving he belongs among the best. His relentless style, combined with his growing experience, makes him one of the most intriguing fighters in boxing today, and all eyes are now on his next move. What do you think the future holds for these two? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.